Welcome to Module 1 Topic 3 of the larger unit of competency, Flexible and Blended Learning 2. My name is Bogo Joroge. In this topic, you will focus on creating and publishing your own e-portfolio. After going through this topic, you will 1. Identify appropriate artifacts, associated materials for an e-portfolio. 2. Create an e-portfolio through Google Sites platform. 3. Publish and manage an e-portfolio on Google Sites platform. I urge you to maintain focus and gauge your progress against this learning outcome. In a while, you will be identifying major phases in an e-portfolio platform process. Take a moment to respond to the pop-up exercise. Right, there are 5 major phases. Phase 1. Define the portfolio. This entails identifying the following: purpose that the portfolio will serve, goals and standards, that is, the broad gains to be achieved in the long run, resources that include financial and hardware and software infrastructure, technical skills, the technical experts and the areas of specialization, including consultancy, audience, who will be interacting with the e-portfolio. Phase 2. Correct artifacts and associated content. Harnessing the materials in different formats that act as evidence or justification of a claim. Phase 3. Select specific platform and hardware infrastructure. Choose the online software platform, e.g. Google Sites. Add an appropriate template to use. And identify storage and presentation medium. Phase 4. Organize artifacts by mapping to template sections. Create navigation links between artifacts and review the layout and functional design aspects. You should edit and effect changes when necessary. Phase 5. Package and publish the e-portfolio. Integrate and package the portfolio components. This involves evaluating the portfolio with regard to its functional design and goals to ensure that set permissions and privileges, including control access and manipulation of data and artifacts, is well set out. Finally, share portfolio with the appropriate audience by providing them with the URL or link by embedding it in an appropriate website or websites. Note that these major phases may be further subdivided into sub-phases. It is your turn to respond to the pop-up exercise. Now, let us look at how you use Google Sites as a platform to create an e-portfolio. Google Sites is one of the many platforms that you can use when developing an e-portfolio. Here is the step-by-step procedure to follow when creating an e-portfolio in Google Sites. Step 1. Sign into your Google account. Step 2. Start a new site. And once you are signed in, click on the Create button to start a new site. Step 3. Choose a template. Because Google Sites offer a variety of templates, browse through and select a template that suits your needs and preferences. Step 4. Name your site. This is done by providing a name for your e-portfolio. The name should be descriptive. Step 5. Customize your site. After selecting a template and naming your e-portfolio, you can customize it by editing the text, adding images, videos, and other multimedia elements to showcase your work. You use the site editor tools to format and style the content as desired. Step 6. Create pages. At this level, you create pages to organize and present different aspects of your work. You do this by clicking on the Create Page button in the site editor. Step 7. Add content to pages. Once you have created pages, start adding content to each page. On the projects page, you can showcase your completed projects with descriptions, images, or links. Step 8. Customize navigation. By default, Google Sites automatically generates a navigation menu based on your page titles. However, you can further customize the navigation by rearranging the order of the pages or adding sub-pages. Step 9. Adjust site settings. Explore the site settings to make any desirable additional adjustments, such as changing the site layout, choosing a different theme, setting permissions for who can view or edit the e-portfolio. Step 10. Preview and publish. It is important to preview the e-portfolio to ensure that the look and feel are the way you want it to be. To do this, use the preview option to review your site's appearance and functionality. When satisfied, click on the Publish button to make your e-portfolio live on the web. Step 11. Share your e-portfolio. After publishing, you can share your e-portfolio with the audience by providing them with the URL link or embed it on other websites. You should also set permissions to control who can view or edit your e-portfolio content and artifacts. Now, respond to the pop-up exercises, please. Good. I will now take you through the interface process of creating an e-portfolio on Google Sites platform. The first thing, type at the address bar of your browser sites google.com and enter. After that, in the window that appears of the Google sites, click on blank site. That is to start a new site. When you click that, you'll find that a new site will be created automatically, but it doesn't have a title. So you type the site document name. This name, tentatively, we'll just call it DIT SEM1. Then specify the page of the first title, which is the home page of your e-portfolio. In this case, we just call it Joachim. After that, that page is the home page. You can add other pages to your portfolio by picking the page command on the extreme right pane. Just click on that, and at the bottom, see the icon with a plus. Click on new page. Then on the pop-up dialog, specify the name of the new page. In our case, we are just going to call it Module 1. Then after you have done that, you type the, or you click the done button. After that, the page will appear on the title bar of the home page. You can continue adding other pages by clicking the same button. Then we can say Module 2. And again, click done. It is added there, and you can continue adding pages depending on the content that you have. After that, you specify the attributes of the pages that you have created. It is important that you start with the first page. The first page, we are going to specify attributes by adding the appropriate content that goes with that page. The first thing, we can change the image that appears at the background on the upper part of the home page. Just pick on select, and then on the appearing, pick the most appropriate one and make it the theme that will appear on other pages of the e-portfolio. Once you pick on it, you click select button. After that, you can add other elements by clicking on the insert command on the extreme right pane. Then in this case, you can add text, image, drive, embedded. I pick on content block style 1. This will allow me to add an image or a file by clicking that button, and then you can upload, select from drive, from YouTube, calendar, or map. I just pick on select image. On selecting image, you pick the point at which you want to pick your images, photos in my case. And from there, just pick one of the photos that you want to add. I'll just pick one of these. And after that, you click insert. That image will appear. It is being loaded. It will appear there. Then you can adjust the size if you wanted to see it fully. It is already adjusted. Then there is point here to add the text that you need to add. It is information about the author or the owner. Then you can add other information about yourself. You can continue adding more information about yourself on that page. After that, remember you had other pages and you have to input or populate them with the relevant artifacts and other content. So we are already in Module 1 page. Then to maintain the theme, you can do a selection of the background image to appear. it is important to be consistent. Just select and pick it. Then, just as we did with the previous one, you can have an image, click that, and then select the image. We pick the image from photos, and from the photos, we just pick one of them. I pick one, and then insert. That is already going to be loaded, and it will appear there. If you want to adjust the size, just as we had done before, then you click to add text. You can get this text from an existing file. So if you already have an existing text file, you are going to go to that file and then pick the text and paste it in that section of the document. So in this case, if you just pick some text from an existing document, you pick that and select that content, copy it, then go to the section of the text, click and paste. Of course, you could have typed the same text. After that, you can continue to other pages and add the content. After doing that, then it is time to share the e-portfolio with the people who would want to be viewing and probably adding content. We do this by clicking this icon that has an image of a person and a plus. So share with others. Click. On clicking that icon, you will see this dialog that appears and it says add people, add groups. I want to add people. Once you click add people, you will see the email addresses of people that you have contacted recently appearing. So in this case, I just pick one, and this is the Lucy email address. Once you have done that, if you have others to add, you continue, and then the message you want to give that person so that is informed or prompted to be viewing content in your e-portfolio, then just say click link to access. My e-portfolio. Then you click send. That will be sent. The link and the message will be sent automatically to the people that you have selected. After doing that, then it is time to publish your portfolio so that it can be accessed over the internet through the web, so that other people that you have included will be able to see it. You click this button of publish, just click it, and once you click it, the name that you had given to your site is appearing there. Then after that, just click the publish button at the bottom right corner. It is being published, and after that, you will see a message, your site has been published successfully. You can view. So that is all. You can continue practicing with the creation of e-portfolios. We are now going to undertake an out-of-class follow-up task in which you develop and publish an e-portfolio as described below. When you are through with the task, share your site link through the provided link in the Learning Management System. Finally, I take this opportunity to thank you for finding time for this topic and for your participation. Goodbye.